looking at some amazing vehicles. You guys all know that I love Porsche, and we have several in our collection. The problem is that none are as nice as this. My new friend Dan has gone through and explained to me what's kind of going on off camera, but he is nice enough to come on and explain to you this movement of all these cars, this insane wide body, and I don't know, you know, the whole speed yellow thing. A man after my own heart. Dan, good seeing you, brother. Man, I really appreciate taking some time to go through your car. It's just completely amazing. Now, can you give me the rundown of exactly the process of what was going on? What modifications have you done, and how did this car come together?
Sure. So it's a speed yellow. It's a 95 993, and it's actually Nakai's personal car that he's obviously made into an RWB. And car was built in LA, and yeah, that's I actually bought it from Nakai this year.
Okay, and when we talk about Nakai, since some of us aren't familiar, Nakai is the owner of RWB?
Yeah, Nakai's RWB. It's
his,
you know, his brand.
Very
so
cool.
He'll fly out to wherever in the world to build.
And he flies out himself as the owner.
Yeah.
And does he have a full-fledged staff in his manufacturing, or just him?
One guy. Yeah, it's him.
Oh,
yeah.
Guys, now basically what that turns in, that just means that he comes out and charges you a king's ransom to do what is just a work of art. So man, when we look at this car, I mean, can you give us a rundown from front to back of exactly the components that were changed? Because, I mean, I know what a 993 looks like, and this has, for me, it's just off the charts.
Yep. Sure, so pretty much body is stock, stock speed yellow color, RWB body kit, fender flares, front and rear.
Wow, amazing. And are the components carbon fiber?
It's not, it's fiberglass.
Okay, yeah. Wow, very cool. Nice because it's easier to repair,
yeah,
and you know, it can all be done. Now, one thing I'll point out is the nose is changed as well, right? Can I change that as well?
Yeah, it's the rear and the front bumper is changed. Front bumper lip.
So I have a question for you. When I look at this, I don't see a color differentiation.
Yeah.
Did he blend? Or
No,
wow.
It just matches.
Get a close-up of this, you can't even tell the difference. It's very rare, even in my own vehicles. We just shoot test panel after test panel, and we just can't get the color that close.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Because you can tell where they do.
Yeah.
It blends.
Man, it is completely amazing. All those components have been changed. The stock body. Is this still the factory 993 hood?
It is.
Okay.
Stock hood.
I love the 993 hood.
Yeah.
When they went to the 996, the vent went away. It's just not quite as exciting. And all of you that are enthusiasts know that the 993 is still air-cooled. So everyone that's an enthusiast that does not like the 996, this of course is a real car. Now one thing I'll point out is come take a look at the wheels. Now, these wheels are so wide and the lip is so huge, Dan. What's the story with these wheels? Are these, I see the RWB logo on it. Are these RWB wheels as well?
These are work wheels that have been spec'd to fit an RWB. So, you know, they're made, and pretty much all his builds run the setup.
Wow, that is incredible, man. It looks phenomenal. And as we talked about, the door is still factory?
The door is factory.
Cool, cool. And this part, though, the exterior, has all been changed according. Is that correct?
This is all part of the RWB kit.
And I'm sorry, I've never seen a lip this wide ever on a rear wheel. That is just insanity.
Yeah, it's crazy because this is the first thing people look at when they're looking at this car. It's the rear lip.
I can only imagine the amount of attention you must get with this vehicle.
They're 18 by 15 rear. It's really wide.
18 by 15. Wow, so basically your width is like the diameter of most of the older Hondas. That's amazing. Okay, very cool. And that looks really great how everything fills out the package. And we know still that, of course, that it's air-cooled. And can you go through the interior for us, what you changed?
So interior, RWB bucket seats.
Okay.
Steering wheel's been changed.
Nice, very cool. Is the car still naturally aspirated, or did you convert it?
No.
Wow, very
It's still
good.
naturally aspirated. Actually, the engine is pretty much stock.
Oh my gosh, really? Man, amazing, jeez. And what about intake exhaust? Was anything changed on that front?
Intake is stock. It has a custom, so Nakai did a one-of-one exhaust and it's valved.
Oh, wow.
So it actually sounds amazing.
How is the valving controlled then?
It's just a button inside.
Nice,
Yeah,
very
so it's
cool.
actually, you know, it's loud when it's open, but closed, it's pretty quiet.
Oh man, that is incredible, man. Well, the car looks amazing, jeez. Did we cover everything? I mean, is there anything we missed on this?
Yeah, I think we did.
Man, that is awesome. You know, I don't know, do you think there's any chance you might be able to fire it up for us?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Oh my gosh, guys, well, Dan is just a man. He's going to go ahead and fire this bad boy up, and we're going to take a listen. Dan, that was so awesome and so insane. I'm sorry, did you say something to me? I don't know, I can't really hear you, brother. But in any case, no, all kidding aside, the car is just amazing, man. And you just get that exhaust volume that you just don't get from a turbo car. I mean, this car is just deafening. I don't know if it did it justice coming across the mic, but it is amazing. So we really appreciate you taking your time to show us this vehicle. And my friend, a big question we all have is that how long have you been coming to Shukai, and what does the show mean to you?
So I've been coming here actually for the past couple of years. This is my second time showing, and I love it here. It's just hanging out with the guys, meeting new people. It's really what it's about for me. Just having a great time.
Very cool, my man. Well, I know you're a busy man. Dan, thank you so much for showing us the car, man. I really appreciate it. It's great meeting you, my friend. Something super cool right now we're going to check into. I am with the world-famous Sunny. Not only an import model, but a YouTube superstar. And don't let her fool you. She is very conservative, but yet she is just everywhere. And she has taken her time out of her busy schedule to hang with us to kind of talk a little bit. I know all of you out there are probably looking at her going, wow, in amazement. And I'm not, because I'm married. However, yeah, exactly. Camera woman behind, tunnel vision, just look at the camera, you guys. However, I know you guys are so excited to see her, and she's super cool. So the great thing is that she has a ton of life experiences. So what we want to kind of find out from Sunny is, what is the best show as far as experience for you?
I think the best show that I've ever been at was the Hot Import Nights in Hawaii, just because I used to tour with him, so I got to visit multiple, maybe 20-ish cities throughout the United States, and the car scene in Hawaii is just really different compared to the other shows I've been to. All of the fans are really nice, the car show people are just really nice, and overall you just feel like there's a community there. Everybody knows everybody because everybody's stuck on an island.
Now when you say that though, is everything here the exact opposite? Or is it just not to that degree?
It's just not to that degree.
Understood.
Yeah.
So your advice is we should all move to Hawaii as soon as possible.
No, okay, so as much as I love people in Hawaii, I love Hawaii, I can only be there for a week before I get major island fever.
Wow.
It's real, because I was there for Spocom, and then I came back here for 3 days for work, and then went back to Hawaii for another 9 days, and by the end of it, I'm just get me off of the island, because it's just because since the island is just so small. It's small. It gets repetitive, but then it also gives you an opportunity to hang out with the same people and really feel like you're part of a community.
Man,
and this is coming from a mainlander too.
Understood, man. That is cool. And you did all that touring with Hot Import Nights. I mean, how was that? How long did you actually do that for?
I did that for 1.5 years. They picked me up probably towards the middle of 2016 when I started modeling, and then I stopped at the end of the 2017 car show season, and that's because I graduated, and then I was at a crossroads. I was given the opportunity of choosing between, do I want to model full-time, or do I want to take the conservative route and do corporate, and I chose the latter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Excellent. So what brings you back then?
So I moved down to San Jose a year ago, and Carrie's one of my closest friends, and I just came out here to support, and after being here for a year and meeting Carrie, I'm finally finding my way, finding my spot in the community, and I just wanted to see what the car show scene in San Jose is all about, because the only time I've actually been active in the San Jose import scene or car scene was through Hot Import Nights, and this scene is just way different than the Hot Import Nights show. That's at the, I don't know where it is actually. It's somewhere in East Side.
So now you bring that up. So we basically would classify as an expert because you've been to so many shows and you've modeled everywhere and you're world famous. So what does Shukai mean to you?
Shukai is just community coming out to support one another. It's not you go there and then you pay $20, $25 for a ticket and everything. It's not for profit. This is just more community based, more non-profit, and you can just tell that people who are here and people who put on the show aren't doing it for the money.
Understood. Not for the money,
not for
from
the
expert here. And I mean, Sunny, you've experienced so many car shows. I mean, a lot of us want to know, what do you drive?
I drive a 2017 Prius.
I'm sorry, wait, I'm sorry. You're an import model, world-renowned, and...
Which is why I drive the Prius.
Oh, okay, please explain then.
Because like I've been around so many cars, you know, it's like there's slam, there's camber, and I'm like, you can't even, it just makes driving so much harder. It's like, it takes you 10 minutes to get over one speed bump, and what, you get 12 miles a gallon? My Prius, we get like 56 miles a gallon. I fill up my tank and I get, like for $32, I'm good for 2.5 weeks.
Sunny, I don't know if we can be friends because my SV only gets 4 miles per gallon. So yeah, I don't know. So man, wow, guys, you'll just please have to forgive her.
No.
Maybe we should just pretend we didn't even hear that. So let's move on from that to, you know, you've modeled in front of numerous cars.
Yes,
Out of all the cars you've modeled in front of, what's your favorite car?
It would have to be I think the GTR. I saw a GTR at, I forgot which car event it was, but he had everything custom made in Japan. So all of his like seats were made to his liking. Well, sorry, I'm kind of spacing out, but
it's okay, you don't need to worry about it because all my male viewers, all they're doing is looking at you. I don't even know if they're actually hearing what you're saying. They're probably just in awe, so that's okay.
No,
you can pretty much say whatever you want.
Okay, no wait, I forgot. His exhaust, he had it like hand welded, like each ring, like personally made, and he said it would costed him a fortune. And yeah, he had airbags, so he went over the speed bump in like 30 seconds, which I really liked too. Because I was in a Lamborghini and he scraped his bottom and I died. I almost cried because that was like the worst noise ever.
We can be friends again. She respects the Lamborghini,
yes.
and that is what I truly love.
Yes.
Man, and so here's the thing. Sunny is successful in many different avenues. Please follow her on Instagram, buy any merch she has, because here's the thing. We need to support her so we can get her into a GTR. That is like top priority for all of you, the enthusiasts.
Yeah, I'm not making enough. That's why I'm not driving a Prius.
We'll pretend that we didn't hear the whole Prius thing, and we don't want to hold it against her because obviously look at her. But in any case, well, Sunny, I know you're very busy, so thank you so much for spending the time. It was so great meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great show. See you
Bye.
guys. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I got something amazing that happened. We're of course up here at Shukai, and Christian has made a huge offer to me. He's actually offered for me to drive his drift car. So the amazing thing is right here, right now, I'm gonna jump in, fire this thing up, and we're gonna start spinning right here around the RX-7.
That would be sick. I was actually really hoping like Uncle Kerry would let us do that around the 7 or something.
Yeah, exactly, my man.
That would be sick.
And all seriously, my friends, we're not going to be able to do that today, but we do have it planned in the future. And of course, no stranger to the channel is Christian. He's been a huge help, huge friend. And here's the thing. His amazing Subaru is here. It's completely beautiful. And he's going to kind of go through it and tell you from the technical aspect of what needs to be done to a car to make it drift ready. And we'll, of course, use his beautiful Subaru as a model. My friend, please tell me the deal.
I got you, brother. I know that we're a bunch of technical guys out here, so we all want to know how this Subaru gets sideways. So pretty much, I would like to probably mention the center diff. I swapped the center diff out with a rear-wheel drive conversion spool. It's called, the brand that I got it off was called Australian Chimp. There's a couple brands out there. One's PPG, that's probably the most popular one, but I got this one used from a friend on the East Coast who drifts his Subaru as well. So, and then I upgraded my rear end to an STI rear differential because it's a Torsen LSD. So for drifting, it makes the most sense because, you know, if you have a clutch-based two-way diff, clutches wear out, right? So it requires maintenance. Welding the diff is kind of hard on the axles. So the Torsen LSD being mechanical makes 100% sense.
Nice.
Upgraded the axles to DSS axles, so they're rated at 1,000 horsepower. And then I have a custom modified knuckle from a friend up in Sacramento. He kind of just does stuff out of the back of his garage, and he just decided to help me out, so he made the custom angle kit for me.
Wow, cool.
And pretty much as far as that goes, that's pretty much all it takes to make this car rear-wheel drive, and that's pretty much all the drift mods that I have. Besides all the suspension I have, that's how you get this car ready for drifting.
I don't know if any of you caught it, but this car was on Hoonigan's daily transmission, and of course I already knew it was converted to rear-wheel drive because I'd seen that before Christian even told me. So for those of you who haven't seen it, please check it out. The car is just amazing. And I mean, to get the insight from Christian, it is pretty cool because I know at least in the drag racing segment, we have to do just so much work to just stay competitive, but it sounds like you're having a blast, my man.
Just
with
having
a
fun.
very limited amount of modifications will just make it almost undrivable like my own vehicle. My man, last time we saw your car though, we did not see these beautiful rims. Look at these rims, man, and the nice bronze.
The Conse's.
What's going on with these?
So Conce picked me up about maybe a month ago. Very, very fortunate that they decided to sponsor me. I had a full set, and they actually sent me the wheel to replace the one I messed up at the recent drift event. But I have a bad tire on there, so I had to throw the M Technicas in front. And because it's a drift car, it's rear-wheel drive, I'm able to do that now. So this is actually a 9.5 in front. We have a 10.5 in the rear, so I'm actually able to run a staggered width setup on a Subaru, which usually you'll never be able to see. Nice. So that's also a very cool thing about this car as well. But yes, these Conse's are absolutely beautiful. Love these wheels.
I'm sorry, did you guys hear that there was an incident in the last drift event? I don't know. I think he tried to just blow by that. Can we get the inside scoop? I'm really interested in that. What happened there?
I mean, the car has a lot of angle. It's also got a lot of caster, but not enough camber. So whenever I'm at full lock, if there's any imperfections in the road, like say, for example, there's like a gnarly bump, it will not handle it as well. So the lip actually contacted the ground because of the way my suspension geometry was set up. So I need to add more camber in front, maybe throw a little more offset on the wheel, and then whenever I'm at full lock and I have a gnarly bump like that, I shouldn't have any problems. But I did in that case. I wasn't aware of my setup. It was like, you know, my first time at Stockton Drift, didn't know the pavement was gonna be that bad. So it happens, it's part of drifting. I had a good time though. And yeah.
Very cool, my man. And as far as power modifications, did you need to make any more power to turn this monster into
No, honestly, like it's a stage 2 tune with like a high flow cat, very, very subtle. This car comes with a lot of torque as an all-wheel drive car.
Okay.
So when I sent all the power to the rear, like first and second gear, when boost, you know, initiates, like the rear end's just kicking out already. So I'm like, I almost feel like there's no need for more power. Maybe like a better tune. I might, you know, make the tune a bit smoother, like see if I can tune the Boxer to like a more rear-wheel drive setup, maybe get more top end out of it. But as far as that goes, plenty of power.
Guys, you know what I'm thinking here as I'm talking to Christian? What I'm thinking here and I'm hearing is that there wasn't an enormous financial commitment to bring this car as beautiful it is to the Drift Monster.
Yes.
So really, the only problem I have is I have no talent. So all I gotta do is hang out more with this guy. I don't know, maybe through osmosis, maybe something will come my way. But other than that, I think I'm screwed in that department.
No, you're good.
In any case, man.
I think we get you behind the wheel drifting. I think you'll do just fine, dude. I think you'll have fun. That's the most important thing. If you know how to have fun, then you're gonna kill it. But yes, no, you're right about the whole financial thing. Like a lot of people probably would think like, yo, you probably spent thousands of dollars on this rear-wheel drive like conversion. Just to make it rear-wheel drive, I spent $400 reliably, right? And then I started snapping axles because I welded my rear diff, and these WRXs come with like a really puny rear diff and really like skinny axles. So I was like, you know, I spent like $500 on the STI rear diff, and I was like, you know, maybe I could just get like stock STI axles, but you know, I'm just gonna spend $1,000 on some, you know, 800 horsepower axles. So I spent in total maybe $1,600 to rear-wheel drive swap the car, which is like the same price as most people, you know, spend just to get a wide body kit on their car, you know. Yeah. So, and to be the only one out here with this car, like being slammed to the ground, like grassroots style drift car, I like, dude, it made sense.
It's amazing. I mean, and now that you mentioned slammed to the ground. Is this normal ride height, or how are you getting it down like this?
This is. I drive everywhere like this.
I'm sorry, my friend. Exactly. I don't know, something like a speed bump or a dip in the road, or are these?
Yeah,
like, how does one get around these? Please.
Just like everything in life, they're just obstacles. You know what I mean?
Words of wisdom, my friend. Words of wisdom.
I've been driving this low since like I was a senior in high school. So San Jose roads, I know like kind of like the back of my hand. Just like a bunch of, you know, people out here that drive low as hell. So
nice.
Yeah, it's not a problem for me.
Very cool.
Plus, I have my bike now. You see my CBR, so I just drive
Yes.
that thing around most of the time.
Christian is, well, I don't want to say single because that's not the case, but not married, not with a child like Senor Adams. So
You got a lot to lose, bro.
He gets to play, and I just get to live vicariously through him on his YouTube channel. And for those of you that are new to the channel, please go over and check out Christian's channel, subscribe. He has been so nice to me and nice to the channel. He's really the only reason you guys get to see the race cars is because he was so great to help me. Follow him on Instagram.
Thank you,
and
guys.
of course, we have one big question that comes from Uncle Kerry. How long have you been doing Shukai, and really, what does it bring to you, my friend? What's the importance of it?
To me, Shukai as a car show, to me personally, is just one of those like hometown shows that I can travel all around the United States and go to shows, and it will not feel like Shukai. Shukai is just like one of those really at-home shows, very intimate. It's a free show. Like anyone can come and just have a good time and just like enjoy the weather, enjoy just what San Jose has to offer, like just the Bay Area, like energy mixed with this beautiful downtown Japan. You know what I mean? So it's nothing beats it, to be honest. He brings out like the dopest cars out here, like such a good variety, not just JDM, but like you see exotics, you see muscle cars. So it's just one of those shows I always have to come out to. The first time I heard about it, I've just been coming every single year, just as a spectator, right? Because I never figured out how to get my car in here. And then getting so close to Uncle Kerry, and he's helped me out with so many other things in my life, offered me a spot here, and I had to take it. It was, I had to. So
That is awesome.
dude, it's the same. My first show here, showing my car, is the same time you bring your RX-7. So this is just like, this is one for the books. This is like gonna be the best Shukai I've ever been to in my entire life.
That is awesome, brother. Well, of course, again, always seeing Christian is my favorite thing, my man, and I know you're very busy. Thank you so much for always doing everything for us. My man.
Of course.
It's super cool. And so right now we're going to jump in his WRX here, and he's going to do that drift around the 7. I'm going to hang out the other side, and I'll be inhaling all that smoke. Then after that, because I'm so hot, he's going to take me straight to the ER.
For sure.
All right, bro.
Wait, let me get you. I got you something.
Oh my
I just got a new
God,
shirt. Might as well give it to you.
Man. Gosh,
I know,
thank you so much,
I
bro.
know you have merch too.
Check this
hopefully
out, my
coming,
man.
but-
No, this is very cool. And wait a minute, though. This looks different from your original name.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
This is just like a sub collection.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
man. This man is just on top of the world. Successful on
Thank you.
YouTube. I'm sorry, and that brings up another thing, is he's even expanding his merchandise line. You guys check it out. Definitely check him out because he is just a great person.
Thank you
you
man.
so much.
Appreciate that so much. But you're gonna have to come by when it's done.
For sure. I love hanging with you, brother.
If you can come out.
You know, the only thing is that Drew doesn't allow me to ride your motorcycle. I was like, hey man, can I just ride in the back of Christian's? He's like, yes, if you don't want to sleep in a house anymore. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
all right, better not do that.
Yeah, you got a family, bro. You got a lot of things.
This is
to
true.
take care
This
of.
is true, brother. Well, thanks
I'll
again,
have
brother.
my time. I'll have my time.
I know, my man. It'll come. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Take care.
You too.
See you guys.